Hey yogis, welcome to today's yin practice. Kit Kat here. I'm sure you know my name by now. We're in day 5. Yeah. So let's get started with this beautiful restful yin practice. Today we're going to come into start with in supported child's pose. So if you have a block, you're welcome to use that. If you have a bolster, also awesome. I've got my knees only just slightly apart here. So I do want to rest down into the bolster in a more traditional version of Balasana as opposed to a wide leg version of Balasana. So I'm sitting back into the hips, tucking my chin into the chest. I'm going to roll down and just rest into the bolster. Feeling my hips drawing down towards my heels. My toes are touching. My belly's on my thighs. I'm just resting down into the bolster. You can rest your hands on top. You can rest them by the side. You can have your head straight ahead. Resting down or resting to one side, totally up to you. I'm going to stay here because I'm going to talk to you. Deep belly breathing here. This yin practice is like an adult timeout. It's just some nice shapes that'll be lovingly supported. Just feel the breath going into the belly. Allow yourself to surrender and settle. Let go of any thoughts that you might be holding on to. And just allow yourself to be in this present moment. Seems very peaceful here at the moment. A little bit of toddler in the background. Some chickens. And with those sounds, I'm able to just drift away. Start to feel that really beautiful grounded connection. I'm going to take 10 more breaths here. As you come to your next breath, hands gently underneath the shoulders. Use them to press yourself up. Pretty sure I could have fallen asleep there. Wouldn't make for very interesting video content, but we're going to come all the way down onto the belly. Gently come into Sphinx pose. So separate the feet at the back of the mat. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Hips down into the earth. And gently pulling forward, separating the ribs away from the hips. Little lift to the heart. But you can hang the head here. exhale, grounded surrender. Feeling the connection of the belly to the earth. Release the tension from the toes. Maybe give the butt a little wiggle here and see. I like to sing gently on the plate. Gently on the plate. Wibble wobble, gently on the plate. And then by that stage, I've kind of let go of holding any tension in my butt. Also, it makes me smile a little bit, so it's kind of good. I'm going to stay here for about 10 more breaths. So we come out of this pose. I'm just going to reach around for my block here and bring it to the front of my mat. We're coming down for hug the earth. So just walk the knees back together and allow the chin to rest on top of the hands. You're going to take the left hand out to the side. Give yourself a little bit of support here and then bring that left knee towards that left elbow. So you can rest the head on the right hand here. Or if you're feeling a little more bendy, you can take that right arm out to the side and turn the head towards the right. So that left ear is down on the mat. So this posture is called Hug the Earth. Kind of appropriate. Maybe the earth needs a little bit of a hug right now. Maybe you've noticed since we've had quarantine that the sky is a little bluer, the air's a little fresher. There seems to be a stillness. And that stillness is so beautiful. So maybe we're just giving this earth of ours a little bit of a hug here. We're going to stay here for about 12 or 14 more breaths. So allow the glutes in particular to relax here. Relax the knees and the toes. Find the connection to the inhale and exhale breath. It's going to allow you to release and let go of things that no longer serve you. We've got 12 breaths here. So just go ahead and let go. Gently turn the chin back towards the mat. Bring the hands underneath the chin and just walk that foot back down to meet the right one. You're going to take the same stretch on the other side. So you can take the right hand out to the right and then the right knee is coming up to meet the right elbow. So if this is you here today, that's perfectly fine. You're getting that little opening into the hip. Feels good. And you might be gazing towards that right hand. Or you might like to take a little deeper, which is left hand out to the side and gazing towards the left. I really love this stretch.
travels a little bit into the hip. And there are other modifications, but today we're not adding any of those in. We're just enjoying this space. Letting go of any tension in the glutes and the hips. Feeling the shoulders heavy. And as you breathe, feeling the belly pressing into the earth. Allowing yourself to just let go, closing the eyes, eight more breaths here. Two more breaths. From here, bring the chin back towards the chest. Bring the right hand underneath the shoulder. We're going to come straight into broken wing from here. So we're just going to roll over onto our left side and bring that right foot just to the back of this left knee. So you can adjust the shoulder here. Relax the head down onto the earth and take this right hand and see if you can place it underneath the ribs. If not, that's perfectly okay. I do have Inspector Gadget arms, so you can just rest that hand over the back body there. And if you have the length, you can find that broken wing, that twist. Breathe deeply into the belly. Feel the body relax with each breath. Try not to fidget in the space. Ten breaths to go here. With your next inhale, gently unravel yourself from the bind. Right hand comes down, hips come back down to the earth. Little recalibration here. Right arm goes out to the side. Move that inner stopper. Press the left hand into the earth. Start to open up into that broken wing. Head resting down. If you would like to take that bind, I'm going to lift the ribs a little bit so I can get that hand sneaking under there. Any adjustments you need to do. Staying in the space. The longer you stay in each posture, the more we open into each pose. We connect with the breath and we allow the breath to travel down to those places of tension and release what no longer serves us. At the same time, we're creating new muscle and joint memory and reshaping our fascia. The fascia is like a glad wrap that wraps around the muscles, allows them to move in between each other, wraps around the joints and allows for the ease of that movement as well. It carries all our messaging throughout the body. It's like our internal internet. And we can reprogram our own internal internet, and that's exactly what we're doing here in our yin practice. Finding that place of calm in mind. So that we can allow the body that respite too, and vice versa. Finding respite in the body and creating space so that we can sit in meditation longer and give the brain a rest. 10 more breaths here. If you're in the bind, gently unravel that hand. Hand palm press into the earth. A gentle lift. Bring both hands underneath the forehead. Rest the hands down, toes together. Heels out to the side. And just take 10 breaths in this space. Really surrender and sink the body down to the earth and just enjoy being here. Notice how beautifully relaxed you feel after both of those stretches. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and just roll over onto your back. The front can be the back can be the front, it's all good. I'm going to grab hold of my block, and you're welcome to use a bolster or a cushion or a pillow, rolled up towels, whatever works for you. Bringing my heels into my butt, I'm going to gently lift my hips. I'm going to pop that block underneath my sacrum. I'm coming into, you know it, pretty favourite posture of mine. This little psoas, rest and respite. Right foot out, left foot out. Arms up over the head. Grabbing opposite elbows and just being here in this space. Maybe walk the heels away from you a little bit. Just breathe and be. Try not to think too much about this. Allow yourself to settle and surrender. Surrender is not about failure or giving up. Surrender is about giving yourself space, practicing acceptance, and taking respite from those internal battles that we quite often fight within ourselves. This surrender is exceptionally positive. If you have your arms crossed over your head, just cross them over the other way. Got another 12 breaths here. It's beautiful, restful space. Release the hands from over the head and bring them just to shoulder height. Gently walk the feet back towards the butt. Take the right foot up to the sky and the left. Hanging here for Viparita Karani. Hands, palms face up to the sky. And just hanging out. Drifting away. The beautiful sensations of floating in this pose. Again, you can feel free to do this pose up against a wall so the legs are supported. You can have a bolster underneath your sacrum here if that works better. Enjoying this time and space. It's like a little gift to the self. Twelve more breaths here. and release the feet down towards the earth. Press the feet into the earth, lift the block away. Lower the back down to the earth. Leave the feet as wide as the mat and just let the knees touch. Hands, palms up to the sky. Gentle tuck of the chin to the chest. 10 breaths here. This pose is actually called Constructive Rest. With the knees touching together, we realign the hips, creating that synergy in the body. Knowing that we are right where we need to be at this very moment. 5 more breaths. Gently separate the knees. Lift the left leg and cross that left leg over the top of the right. Drop the knees down to the right hand side. Just allow yourself to rest here in this twist. So I'm going to bring a block and place that underneath my knee here. That's going to enable me to get my shoulder over to the right side, over to the left side, and feel that twist. What that does is just allow me to open up and relax into this space. So without this block, and I'm just floating here, I'm kind of limbering between the two, whether the shoulder's on the floor, kind of hanging out. But if I put a block or something under there, that enables me to have a little bit more respite in this particular variation of a supine twist. I'm going to cactus my left arm. So my arm is bent at the elbow and gaze towards my left hand. All the while using the breath to move through the body. Give yourself a little bit of space and respite. Ten more breaths here. Your next breath, I'm going to invite you to bring the knees back to the center, uncross the legs, and come back to that place of constructive rest. So the feet are either side of the mat. You might want to realign the shoulders there, and just touch the knees together, hands, palms up to the sky. 5 deep breaths here. Letting go of that pose, that shape. We've taken those 5 breaths. We're going to set ourselves up on the other side. Separate the knees Cross the right foot over the top of the left and drop the knees over to the right. Now you might be flexible enough that you don't require anything underneath the knee, or that might offer you a little bit of more support, make this posture a little bit more comfortable and feel like you can actually relax and surrender into the space. I'm going to cactus my right arm and I'm gazing up towards my fingertips. Through my closed eyes. You can always feel free to use the body scan here. So if you're feeling tension and you're not quite sure where, use each inhale and exhale breath to scan the body. And just allow yourself to let go of those places of tension. An effortless yet powerful breath. Moving and changing us with each cycle of breath. Twelve more breaths here. If any of these poses ask you to go a little deeper, feel free to accept the invitation of the body and go a little deeper, finding your edge, exploring past it, because we're yogi explorers. Five more breaths here. Your next inhale breath, gently come back to center. Find your place of constructive rest. Gently touch the knees together and take 5 deep breaths here. Gently rolling over onto the side and lifting ourselves all the way up. I feel like we've been down on the earth for such a long time. It's so lovely. I feel so rested. And we're going to go back down on the earth. I just want you to take 2 postures in this upright space. We're coming into Baddha Konasana, our butterfly pose. So creating that interlace with the hands, and then fitting that over the toes. You might like to walk the hips a little bit closer. Take an inhale breath. And just allow the knees to open up as you press the knife edge of the foot into the earth. And feel the sit bones ground and connect. You can keep moving through this breath cycle. The inhale lengthening through the spine. And pressing down with the knife edge of the feet. Grounding and connecting the sit bones to the earth and gently pressing open the hips. Working into this space. Inhale and relax. Take the hands by the hips and send the feet out wide.
Our first port of call here is we're going to turn towards our left leg. You're going to feel a little bit of a stretch on the adductor here. Knees facing up to the sky. Turn the body towards that leg. I'm going to bring my little trusty bolster in here. Now if you've got a pillow or if you'd like to perhaps even go this way, depending on how flexible you are. And I'm just going to rest my bolster down. I'm going to rest my body onto my bolster. This could look like this for you. It could be a stack of pillows. Anything at all that's just going to help you get a little bit closer to that left leg. I want you to feel the sensation of coming down towards that leg. And if you feel a little bit more open in space, you can turn the head towards that leg. 10 breaths here. Gently, hands, palms pressed, walking back. And we're going to hop over and do the other side. I feel like this has been such a restful yin practice. I know, I feel so snoozy. Grounding and connecting this left hip down to the earth. And allowing the body, wherever this might be for you. Remember, it could be bolster here, and just resting. Could be you hugging the bolster. This bolster's quite handy. Could be you resting down and just finding that respite. One side's going to be tighter than the other maybe. And if you're feeling a little bit more juicy, you can turn that head to face the leg. 10 breaths here. Five more breaths. Gently walk the hands back. And like us, we're going to stay in this space, in this shape. We're going to come forward for dragonfly. So again, maybe you've got like a whole mountain of pillows or a bolster in front of you. Maybe you're just going to hug this bolster until you come forward. Whatever is working for you in this space. So just allow yourself to come down. And find the breaths. We're going to take 15 breaths in this space.
Allow yourself to surrender and let go of tension in the space. I was reading yesterday that pain is an emotion. It's a provocative statement. Pain is actually made up of all the memories that passed through our memory library. When your parents tell you not to touch the hot pot because it's going to burn and that will hurt, we start to create that patterning in that memory that a hot pot on the skin is going to hurt. And yes, we have pain receptors, and those pain receptors join together all those different places in our brain that seek out those memories. It's not always a bad thing. It's there to protect us, because no one wants to get spiked in the head or through the heart or not be able to walk because we've got something in our foot. We need to know that stuff so that we can assist the body in the repair. Take the stone out of the foot, take the stake out of the heart. You get the idea. Five more breaths here. Some of the pain that we feel is not pain in the body. Stretching, there's a difference. There's this pain where we find our edge and we play with that in that space and we create new muscle memory. And we ask ourselves, can we stay here just a little bit longer? Does it feel good to open and stretch the body? And the answer is always yes. Press the hands, palms down into the bolster of the mat. Bring the body up. I'm going to take one last shape here today. So I'm going to set my bolster up at the back here. And this is a little bit of a heart opener. So you can set yourself up by using a block, and that block would sit directly between the scapula. If that doesn't work for you, you can actually turn the block. So the first option is to set the block between the scapula. The second option is to set the block across the shoulder blades so they're both supported. So this variation is just going to be slightly more opening in the back. This will be slightly less. And then the more restorative variation is if you have a bolster or you have pillows, you can just simply lie back onto the block, onto the bolster. Take the arms out to the side, reach them as far away as possible, and then just extend the legs out to the front, separating the legs and relax. So sometimes we can take this posture with Baddha Konasana, and that becomes Supta Baddha Konasana, which is supine butterfly position. But we've done quite a little bit of hip opening there already. So I wanted this just to be a little bit more restful, but if you really feel uber duper keen, you can bring both feet up to the butt. If you want to do a little bit more into the hip space, and you can allow the hips to open and surrender in this variation. So whichever variation that you would like to take today, perfectly fine with me. If you want to add a little extra, you can cactus the arms as well. Breathing deep into the belly. And we're going to take 15 breaths here. Feel the rise and fall of the chest. Deep, beautiful breaths to go. letting go of any places of tension in these last 5 rounds of breath. See what you can let go of here in the space. Reach down towards the knees. Gently bring the knees back towards each other. And you can just roll off the bolster or the block to the side. And you can remove the bolster altogether. We're going to come into Shavasana. Or you can use that bolster to support the knees. And take any little back bend out of the back there. Elbows in, shoulder blades away. And rest. Should feel deeply relaxed after that yin restorative practice. We allowed gravity to draw us closer to Pachamama Mother Earth. Should feel grounded, connected and supported in this space. Deeply rested and relaxed. Just to let go of all of the things that we've done and haven't done in that practice. Inhale a deep breath of gratitude straight into the heart space. Exhale and let that breath go. Take the next few minutes in this restful silence of Shavasana. When you're ready to come out of Shavasana, which feels like never right now, like I could stay here for the rest of the day. Little gentle movement in the fingers and the toes, stretch the arms up over the head. And when you're ready, bending the right knee into the chest and just rolling over to the left side. coming to this deeply nurturing space. This halfway point between the wake and sleep state. A reminder of our childlike state of joy. That place of playfulness, adventure, curiosity, fearlessness, courage, and fun. When you're ready, using the right hand to press the body up. You're welcome to find Sukhasana, either sitting on your bolster, your block, or your butt. Bringing the hands to heart center, pressing the thumb deeply against the sternum, feeling the beating of your beautiful heart. Deeply inhale 3 breaths into that heart space of yours. We are all connected by breath. The breath I breathe here today may have been the breath you've breathed in the past. We are all connected by breath. We are all one and the same. I acknowledge this in the gesture of Namaste. The light inside me is the very same light that shines inside you. Bringing the hands to the third eye center, may we always think kind thoughts. As we bring our hands to our lips, may those thoughts of kindness be the words that we speak. As we return our hands to heart center, may those thoughts of kindness that become our words of kindness, become our gestures of kindness and our acts of kindness to each other and to the self. Thank you for joining me in this Yin collective practice. I hope you feel as rested and as peaceful as I do right now. I wish you all a joy and peace in the world. Namaste.